And I'm happy to be your host for today. And it is my pleasure to introduce our talented group today. Srimati Veena Mohan is a speech pathologist by profession who has been working as a consultant in the United States for the past 30 years. She is trained in Bharatanatyam, Carnatic music, and theatre. She has played lead roles in many dramas and has given performances in India, New York, Baltimore, Albany, and New Jersey. Since 2011, she has been presenting Harikathas in India and the US in English, Tamil, and Kannada languages. Stories like Pujya Gurudev Swami Chinmaya, Bhakta Prabha, Devi Mahatmyam, Maya Bazaar, Rukmini Kalyana, and the list goes on and on. I'll need the next hour to complete this list, so you get the gist. She is also doing short audio clips like One Story Daily Ramayana, etc. All her videos can be seen on YouTube under Veena Mohan Harikatha channel. For more than 17 years, she is the preferred MC for multiple dance teachers in New Jersey for the Bharatanatyam Arangetrams, Kuchipudi Ranga Praveshams, and dance school anniversary programs. She is considered the best MC in New Jersey. Sri Deepak is a Carnatic music teacher in Edison, New Jersey, and has been giving several individual and group performances in New Jersey. She has learned Carnatic music from a very young age under various gurus and continues to learn from Vidwan Sri Mudmu Raghuram and Vidushi Suma Venkatesh from Bangalore. She is also working full-time in IT. Dr. Lakshmi Ramesh needs no introduction in our Chinmaya Center. She is a physician and a healer by profession. She is a loving grandmother, spiritual seeker, a yoga practitioner, and a passionate musician who enjoys teaching music to children at Chinmaya Mission, Boston. Kannan Raghavan on tabla enjoys playing percussion instruments. He feels fortunate to be associated with Chinmaya Mission Swaranjali Bhajan Group and Harikatha team led by Srimati Veena Mohan. Kannan is also an IT professional. Jeevan Kulkarni on harmonium learned tabla and harmonium from Sri Rangacharya Joshi of Vijaypura. He loves listening to and playing music and accompanies bhajan groups at Krishna Vrindavan, Edison, New Jersey. He has been associated with Veenaji's Harikatha for more than a decade. He is also an IT professional and works at a bank. So today's performance is about the story of Swami Chinmaya, and Harikatha is about that. One housekeeping rule I forgot to mention: no matter which performance, there's always one phone that rings. So if you all can pull out your phones and make sure you put it on mute or vibrate, and so that we can all enjoy this performance, I hand it over to Veena ji and her.
Hari Om. Harikatha basically means storytelling, but there's one request from our team. Harikatha should be and will be, has to be interactive. So a storyteller and the audience should become one. So whenever I ask you to participate, do not hesitate, please participate. And the story is going to be on Pujya Gurudev, whom you all know, whom you see every day at your home and here. So when I say put your hands together, means put your hands together and be with us. Be with us, as Avengers ad says. See it, be it, listen to it, see it, and be part of it. So let's all become a team here to celebrate 108, the Jayanti of Pujya Gurudev. India, many saints, sadhus have been born, and few visionaries too. But this person is not only a saint, not only a guru, not only and a great visionary who touched the hearts of hundreds and hundreds and thousands all over the world. He embraced young, old, rich, poor, literate, illiterate, everyone, and worked tirelessly to bring their life up from the worldly attachments to the spiritual world. His life story demonstrates to us how from a mischievous child who grew up and went through stages of atheism, patriotism, and then got spiritually enlightened under the guidance of Pujya Shivananda Maharaj and Pujya Tapovan Maharaj Ji. His life is a true source of inspiration to all of us. He is a perfect combination of spiritual wisdom, humor, practical sense, administrative capabilities, and a great teacher. He made Vedanta so simple, palatable, reachable. He brought Bhagavad Gita to each and everyone's home, individually. If you didn't know, in all the 5-star hotels in India, they used to start keeping his Bhagavad Gita commentaries in each room. What a great thing. That's why once Swamiji Akhandanandaji said, Gurudev, he looks like a lightning, he talks like a thunder, and gurgles like a creek. What an explanation. He said, हम लोग जैसे लोगों को वेदांत सिखाते हैं जो ईश्वर से अभिमुख है. We teach Vedanta to people who are already in the path of spirituality. But चिन्मया जी तो ऐसे लोगों को वेदांत सिखाते हैं वो ईश्वर से विमुख है. People who are aware, because he once was there in that group. He knows what they feel, how they feel, what they do. And his wit and humor is very, very popular. Dr. G is sitting right next to me and right in front of me. Once a gynecologist came and asked him, I believe, what do you do for a living? He said, oh, you're a gynecologist. So you bring life to the world and I take them out of the world. Another internist came and asked him, oh, what do you do? I give prescriptions, Swamiji. Oh, I also give you a prescription. Do you want it? Read Bhagavad Gita 3 times a day. And if symptoms persist, repeat the dose. Once somebody asked him, Swamiji, we need to introduce you. I need your resume, biodata. He said, I was born in Kerala, brought up in the north, hardened in Punjab, and softened in Uttarakhand. I'm thick-skinned, hard-boned. My faith is democracy, and I'm convinced by socialism. I'm committed to the impossible theory of love all. And he also said, white man adores me, yellow man recognizes me, brown man worships me, and black man, he just loves me. That's my resume. Let's all sing together the greatness of Chinmaya Ji. Together, put your hands together.
चिन्मय जिनका नाम है चित्रकारी नाम है ऐसे श्री गुरुदेव को ऐसे श्री गुरुदेव को बार बार प्रणाम है बार बार प्रणाम है शंकर जिनके प्रेरक थे तपोवन जिनके सद्गुरु थे ऐसे चिन्मय सद्गुरु को ऐसे चिन्मय सद्गुरु को बार बार प्रणाम है बार बार प्रणाम है वेदांत के अभिवक्ता को उपनिषदों के प्रचारक को श्री सद्गुरु परमेश्वर को श्री सद्गुरु परमेश्वर को बार बार प्रणाम है बार बार प्रणाम है जिनके प्रेरक थे यज्ञ जिनका धर्म का ऐसे चिन्मय कृष्ण को ऐसे चिन्मय कृष्ण को बार बार प्रणाम है बार बार प्रणाम है बार बार प्रणाम है बार बार प्रणाम है श्री सद्गुरु महाराज की जय।
The Holy Land of India, Emerald State it is called, in the southern part of India, Kerala, Ernakulam. The land which has given rise already to many saints, like Narayana Tirtha Swamigal, Chittambi Swamigal, Ramana Maharshi, Tapovanji Maharaj, now was ready to receive another saint in its holy land. On May 8, 1916, a beautiful child was born to Vadakkai Kurpat Kuttan Menon and Bharkutti Amma. First male boy baby was born on May 8, 1916. Chittambi Swamigal, who was a great scholar, social reformer, and a philosopher of that time, he came to do the naming ceremony to this beautiful child. They named the child as Balakrishna Menon. His name was Balakrishna Menon when he was born. And parents lovingly called him as Bala Pone Balan. He was called as Balan. And Bharkutti Amma was so happy, beaming with happiness, looking at this beautiful child in her lap. Tejo Mayanandaji explains this, how beautiful she felt, how happy she felt when she held the baby in her hand, just like Mother Yashoda felt when she held Lord Krishna in her hand. And she enjoyed being a mom, a mother, putting the baby in the cradle and enjoying the baby.
जशोदा हरि पालनी चुरा मेरे लाल को आओ दरिया काहे ना आन सुनावे मेरे लाल को आओ दरिया काहे ना आन सुनावे तू काहे ना बेगी सोआवे तू काहे ना बेगी सोआवे तुमको कान्हा बुलावे हरे रावे तुझे आए माया
Swamigal, he used to come to see this child very often. He started visiting very often. And right after his discourse at home, the Bhutampalli house was a big house with joint family, with all the sisters of Harikatha Amma and their families. They were all living under one roof. Now, Chittambi Swamigal used to come and she used to put the baby on his lap and he used to talk to him in a strange language. Parukutti Amma used to watch him. He used to watch him and say, "Ningal endana വേറെ ഭാഷയിൽ എന്നോട് മകനോട് സംസാരിക്കുന്നത് എനിക്കൊന്നും മനസ്സിലായിട്ടില്ല." अरे भाई तुम ऐसे भाषा में मेरे लल्ला के साथ तो ऐसा भाषा में मेरे लल्ला के साथ बात कर रहे हो எனக்கு ஒன்றும் மனசிலாகல எனக்கு ஒன்றும் தெரிய மாட்டேங்குது நீங்க எந்த ಭಾಷೆಯಲ್ಲಿ நீங்க பேசிட்டு இருக்கீங்க ನನಗೆ ಏನೂ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ. Then he said, நீ ஒன்றும் ಬೇಡಿಕಂಡ ಕಟ್ಟೋ ಇದು எனக்கும் அவனுக்கும் தமிழுள்ள காரியமான. This is between me and him. You don't worry about it. But I am telling you one thing. நீ இவனை நன்னாய் நோக்கிக்கொள்ளணும் கட்டோ. இவன் வெளிய ஆளாகும். இவன் ஜீவிதத்தில் பெரிய காரியங்கள் நடக்கும். He will become a great man. Your job, you must take care of him properly. And meanwhile, as the days go on, he got two more sisters, Padmini and Kanakam. When he was about 5 years old, unfortunately, during the delivery time of the third child, Kanakam, Parukutti Amma passed away. Suddenly, the mother died during the delivery. But these 3 children, 5 and below, they were all came under the care of Kuchiyamma Narayani Kuchiyamma, the sister of Parukutti Amma. And since he was living in the joint family, he was growing up to be a very, very lovely, attractive child. And you were very mischievous, but very active, very brilliant, and with extreme grasping power. And he was very good in reading, writing, swimming, badminton. He was full of jokes and mischievous, very, very, very mischievous. He never lost a time, never lost an opportunity to become or to tease his sisters Padmini and Kanakam. He always troubled them. When he grew up, he went to modern school and he learned Malayalam. He started learning Malayalam and Sanskrit. Wherever Balan go, there used to be a laughter. He was excellent in mimicking others. Wherever at the end of the day, all the family would sit down and he would crack jokes and he would start, Aman, you do like this. Achal, you do like this. He would always sit and imitate. In their house was one strict ritual. At the end of the day, everybody should take bath and then they all will sit down and do prarthana. And all the men folk will recite. Vishnu Sahasranamam all the time and Devi Prarthana, Lalita Sahasranamam, the women folk. So this puja would go on daily for long time. And for young Balan, this was the hardest time to sit. He does not want to sit. And Amme, he would always cry. I don't want to sit down. And then Mother Kochiyamma, he would always say, Balan kata, prarthana illa attanula kata. Ethana time bari irundhu. Ethana time unakku solradhu. Anga poi ukkandu prarthana pannu. Go, udhar jao, baito aur prarthana karo. No prarthana, no eating. But he loves eating. So just because he wants to sit and eat, he would go and then he would scream at the top of his voice, the Krishna bhajan. Let us sing Krishna bhajan with him.
Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna.
Even though he used to sit there and scream at the top of his voice for bhajans, he always wondered, how long this is going to take? I want this to end. I want to eat now. Then he started thinking, I must find a solution to this myself, the young Balan. So he started looking around in his puja room. There were a lot of photographs of different deities. Durga deity, Rajarajeshwari deity, and Mahalakshmi. Like that, there are a lot of pictures. He looked at Rajarajeshwari and he said, she's too majestic to focus on. Oh, Durga, she is too dangerous to focus on. Oh, Mahalakshmi, she is balancing herself on the lotus flower, on the water. I cannot focus on that. The one which caught his eyes was Lord Chandrasekhara. This man is great. He's good. Oh, look at his matted hair and those bright eyes, but half closed. And very interesting, he has a third eye in the center. He has no makeup. He has lot of vibhuti everywhere. Oh, those snakes, don't forget the mountain that is coming from his head. I must focus him. He started focusing on Lord Chandrasekhara, Lord Shiva. Focusing on Lord Chandrasekhara. And the game that he would play was he would look at him and then say, what is Chandrasekhara? And he would close his eyes. Oh, the one with the jata, the one with the moon, the one with the Ganga flowing out, and the one with the half-closed eyes, and the third eye. Like this. Every time he would look, he would close, he would look, he would close, he would cross-check. By the time he finished this game, the 2 hours puja is done. Until later on, Gurudev says, I did not understand what this meant. But as soon as I closed my eyes, Lord Shiva's picture would come inside my eye. But I didn't know what it was. He exclaims in his biography. And he grew up, and then he went to Ramavarma's boys' school after eating a bowl of rice and sambar with all other boys. Boom! He would run to school. School was too easy for him. He would finish all the schoolwork on time, and he would help his sisters Padmini and Kanakam in their homework too. Again, as wherever Balan went, there was laughter, there was happiness. But he would think for himself, what is this? Why is I'm praying to Lord Shiva, is it? It's not. But where is Shiva? What is he doing? Why does he dress like this? All these questioning, investigating, character was developing inside him. Meanwhile, the time passed and he became a teenager. He started going to Maharaja College in Ernakulam, and this teenage Balan totally became different. He was not interested in the religion. He was not interested in the discourses. He was not interested in the prarthana or doing the prayers. And he became very defiant. Whatever the parents say, he would do the opposite. Like, he stuck in Kerala, because it's very, very hot, people used to wear cotton shirts. And he would always say, no, you were telling me to wear cotton shirts, I would wear silk shirts. Amma used to say, Balan, poi kulichittu va. Snana madಕೊಂಡು ಬರಬೇಕು ಪೂಜೆಗೆ. You would say, why I have to do snana? Bathing. So, I will go, and he would just go turn that, near the well water, he used to just sprinkle on him. Purichach. And he would stand in front of the mirror and keep on combing his hair. He would put so much of coconut oil, and he would keep on. He would enjoy looking at himself in the mirror and then keep on combing. And the father would get very upset with him. Balan, enda Balan. How much time? How much combing? One day, I'm telling you, you will go bald. And first time after becoming Swamiji, he went to visit his father. First thing that he told his father, Acham, evada nokar, I become bald. Father writes this to Shivanandaji Maharaj, when he takes the sannyasa and all that. Anyway, so, and this thing is going on, his grades are going down. Father wanted him to be, just like any other Indian parent, they want their child to be a doctor. Science, biology. So they put him in science. Science was not at all his subject. One time it so happened, Swamiji himself writes, he hated this science subject so much, and during the exam, he had not studied anything. Not even if he studied, he has forgotten everything. And then he wrote the same questions on the answer sheet and gave it and came out. So father was very appreciative of Balan, but he was very, very concerned. So now the family moved from Ernakulam to Thrissur, and there ends Balan's science subjects. He changed over to liberal arts and St. Thomas College, and he did liberal arts. Time goes on, and by 1940, he came to Lucknow. He came to Lucknow to study literature, English literature, and to please his father. His father was a judge in the court, and his uncle was the commissioner in Ernakulam. So, to please his father, he took law subjects. But as soon as he came, somebody asked him in Kerala, "Arey Balan, tu idhar hai? Tu idhar se kidhar ja raha hai? Tu kyun ja raha hai Lucknow? Why are you going to Lucknow so far away?" His answer was simple, because I didn't get any seat in the south. They gave me a seat in Lucknow, so I'm going. Straight, simple, forward, truth all the time. So he came to Lucknow. And by now, remember, Balan was very much interested in fashion. He always wanted to be tip-top, always dressed very well. Father was always, la paisa kharch. Because he always wanted to dress up very well. And in the college, of course, our Balan became a popular kid. Because he was lean, tall, dark-skinned, bright, large eyes he had, big eyed, and he was a very good mimicry artist, and he would talk, very good orator, and he loved fashion. What more do you need? And he became members of literary club, debate club, this, that, and he was excellent in tennis, badminton, tennis. He became very good in sports, very good in talking, so immediately he became the most popular guy and he started loving, of course, the center of attraction, and everything was going on fine. As I said, it was 1940s. In 1942, he enjoyed these 2 years being the center of attraction type. At the same time, on the other hand, 1942, India was still struggling under the rule of British, and Mahatma Gandhi had already launched Quit India movement. Hatao, dur hato. So our Balan left the college and he also joined the movement to tell the British, dur hato, ye Hindustan mera hai. Movement, and of course he would give speeches, he would write flyers, and he would distribute, and he would join and to give more and more speeches. British crushed Mahatma Gandhi's movement but with guns and arrests. Thousands got killed by British, killing them, volunteers, patriotic Hindus. And now many were captured and sent to prison. Arrest warrant was issued. Pakadao Madrasi ko. Now Balan heard this arrest warrant. He ran away to Kashmir. He started living under hiding in Kashmir. He doesn't know anybody, but he was afraid of being caught by the police. And he was living in Kashmir, and somehow catching the bus, he would, during the night, he would travel, and he would come down to Delhi, and he would meet his classmate Shraf in Delhi, and Shraf would quietly give him some food, fruits, something to eat, and some money, and some fresh clothes. And then again he would run away into hiding. Like this, more than a year passed by, and then he thought, they have forgotten this Madrasi. And slowly he came out of Kashmir, and he came to Punjab. Balan's nature was not to keep quiet. As soon as he came out on the street, they forgot about me. So immediately he started again joining the freedom movement. He started writing articles, he started giving speeches. Soon British found out Madrasi is back. They captured him and they threw him in the prison. The Delhi, it was a very, very crowded prison. Very unhealthy conditions over there. Many, many prisoners, and there was only one bathroom, and all of them had to share. There was no ventilation. All that they had to do is, whenever their number is called, they would come back and they would take them, they would beat them, they would kick them, they would punish them, and they would drag them back and put them back in the cell. And Balan would be watching this, and his mind is asking, what is this? What kind of life is this? Again, this man was so happy yesterday. I was cracking a joke in the cell, and he was laughing, and he was dragged by the British, and today he's moaning and groaning in pain. And then you would see the dead bodies being dragged away from the prison cell. All this worried him. Started thinking, what really life is? Is there happiness that can be permanent? Is life permanent? Today he was living and tomorrow he's dead. Today he was laughing and tomorrow he's crying and moaning in pain. What is this life? As he was thinking, the unhygienic conditions in the prison were so bad, and there was no food, only one-time food. And Balan fell very, very ill. High temperature, 104 degrees, very sick. At that time, British officers, they talked to themselves. There were so many lock-up death, that is called as prison death, were happening. People were dying in the prison, and they don't want one more prison death. So they decided, this young man is going to die tonight anyway. So let us throw him out in the street, and let us see what happens. We don't want him to die inside the prison cell. So they dragged him during the night out of the cell, semi-conscious status, high fever, and they threw him in the outskirts on the road. He lay there almost in the verge of dying. But God's plan was something different. His destiny was different, because his mission of his life had not even begun. From that side, a car came by, and the light fell on the body which was laying and moaning and groaning, body on the street. The lady got down, and when she looked at him, the young man looked like, it was like her son. His face resembled her son so much to her. She had only one son, and he had already joined the army, and she was missing him so much. And when she looked at the same age young man who looked like her son, she immediately scooped him out and put him in his car, and took him home. And when she tried to change his clothes, which was almost like a month or so, he had not taken bath, he had wounds all over from, the punishment. And she understood, oh, he's a guy probably wanted by the police, British. So immediately she decided not to hospitalize him, but she took good care of him at home. Slowly Balan recovered and he got better. And when he got better, he thanked her profusely for saving him. And then he left her home and he reached Baroda. When he reached Baroda, his cousin's house, Achyuta Menon was working as a forest officer at that time. And he went and stayed with him. In his biography, he talks about how great Achyuta Menon's cook was, more than his cousin. He talks about Narayanan. Then, Narayanoda cooking, romba valliyan, romba nice. Sambar rice every day. And puttu. He fed him puttu, Kerala food. And he became more healthier and healthier. And he took out the typewriter of Achyuta Menon, and then he used to look outside through the window, and he saw a shoe cobbler. In Hindi, shoe cobbler is called as mochi. Shoe cobbler. Children of here, they do not know. But in India, when your sandals get broken down, when your shoes needs a polish, when your shoes needs a repair, you don't go to a store. There will be a man sitting under the sun waiting for your 25 paisa or 5 paisa, and you just go keep your foot on top, they will start polishing. They will start repairing. So that man, he earns so little. In the hot sun he is sitting and he sees so many rich, poor, middle class, everyone mochi. So he started writing the disparities in the societies, the atrocities of the British, and how the Indian people are suffering in their own country. He started writing articles to newspaper under the name Mochi. And people were so inspired by his writing. Oh, Mochi's article. So it became very popular. Mochi became very popular. And he started getting paid. Then after some time, he got fully better. He came back to Lucknow and he completed his degree in English literature, and he also took major honor courses in journalism. He graduated. In 1945, he moved to Delhi. When he moved to Delhi, at that time, during India freedom movement time, National Herald was a very, very popular newspaper. And he came as one of the editors. He became as one of the editors in 1945. And Delhi was the place where all political movements are happening. Delhi actually welcomed Balan because Balan was such a great orator and he was very good in his journalism, in his writing, and his character, wanting to write the truth and wanting to do something for the Indians, something for the Sanatana Dharma, something for the poor people. He spoke and he wrote the truth. He became very well known in the journalism circle and as a very controversial, dynamic, controversial reporter. Now, rich people in the society started recognizing him because his speeches were so crystal clear, straightforward. So the rich people started inviting him to many country clubs and, century clubs and country clubs like that. And he became a very popular person because he could speak on any topic and he would become, people would gather around in the clubs, just around Balan. Because he could talk on any topic and he will talk at such a clarity, people would be around him. And immediately he starts cracking jokes and making quotes. And people get mesmerized and they would come. But Balan used to attend these clubs, but he would come home and he said, these rich people, and in their talks, in their mannerism, in their way they treat the lower poor people, there is something that is missing. But I am perceiving these people are very jealous. They're very unhappy. They're very dissatisfied. In their smiling face and expensive clothes and expensive jewelry, but there is something that is, they are not happy. Then in the night, he would go back and he would think, Om Namah Shivaya, to calm himself down. The japa that he learned when he was a child, he would meditate upon Lord Chandrasekhara and try to calm himself down. Why this disparity? Why this happiness? Why people are so unhappy? Then where is happiness? Why it is so, everything is so temporary? If that is the case, what is that is permanent? And during that time, when he was going this up and down, his uncle V.K. Menon and his son, they came to Delhi to stay with him. And V.K. Menon himself was a great scholar. He was very well read in scriptures. And he would talk to Balan about the scriptures, and he advised him, Bala, calm down, Bala. Read the books of Ramana Maharshi. Huh? Maharshi? Acha, I know. When 1936, this is 1945, okay? He said, Acha, in 1936, when I was in high school, I got a discounted railway pass. Once I traveled in South India in the train. And when I was in the train, suddenly I saw all the people. They all rushed to the window and I asked them, what are you seeing? They said, oh, Arunachalam is coming. Arunachalam is coming. Arunachalam is Tiruvannamalai, is a great temple which is supposed to be the center of earth according to Puranas. Great Shiva temple is Arunachala Hills. Underneath Arunachala Hills, there, the bottom, Ramana Maharshi lives. So they all ran and he doesn't know anything. He was an atheist at that time, never believed in God, high school student. And so they all ran. So he said, oh, they're all getting down. Even I must get down. Oh, Arunachala Hill. When people started walking, it was a very hot day in June. It was a very hot day in June, and they all reached a hut. So he also went inside. Who is this? There he saw a frail looking with little beard man putting his hand like this, and he is lying kind of like semi-reclining position. He was lying down. People are all waiting there. So he found some space right in the front. And he came and sat down. And at that time, the man over there was none other than great Ramana Maharshi. And Ramana Maharshi's eyes were closed. Balan went and sat right in front of him. As soon as he sat there and looked up at him, Ramana Maharshi's eyes opened and looked straight into Balan's eyes. Their eyes met. His eyes are only looking at me. He's looking inside me. Balan's mind is thinking, I cannot take this. I cannot control it. He's looking deep inside me. He's looking at my impurities. He is looking at my ego. He's emptying me. No. He emptied me completely. Now, the light from his eyes is filling me in. Ramana Maharshi closed his eyes. I don't know how long I sat there, staring at him. Then I came to my senses. And I said, this is not happening to me. I'm an atheist. Nothing is happening to me. He must be a hypnotist. Nothing happened to me. I should not have come here at all. Uncle, this is what happened. we came in and listened to him. Bala, you are a blessed child, Bala. There's something more coming. Read, Bala, read. Immediately, Balan started reading both Indian culture, Indian philosophy, and European philosophy. He started reading a lot about Swami Shivanandaji books, Vivekanandaji's books, Ramatirtha, Aurobindo, Ramana Maharshi. Like this, he kept on reading. And the thing that attracted him most was, at that time, Shivanandaji Maharaj's books. Because he always wrote in his books, be good, do good, serve, love, meditate, be free, and realize. Never hurt anybody. Win everyone by love. Win the anger by love. Cultivate kshama, daya. Be compassionate to everyone. You love the Lord. This is what Swami Shivanandaji wrote. Now, this atheist Balan had also seen lots of other Swamijis, other people who wear saffron cloth, knowing nothing and cheating. So he decided this must be one of those Swamijis, the one who writes, who never practices. So, I am going to the court. I am going to Rishikesh with this Swamiji, and I am going to expose this Swamiji. And it will become a good art subject for my article in my newspaper. So he landed in Rishikesh. Divine Life Society of Shivanandaji Maharaj in Rishikesh. He landed there. Shivanandaji Maharaj, a great yogi, a great yoga teacher, and he has written more than 200 books about different topics, including Vedanta. He was a physician by profession. He worked in the British colony before taking the Sannyasa. And as soon as Balan landed over there, very interestingly, Swamiji was walking out, and he was Balan, an atheist and a very popular guy and a great journalist, and came and said, hello, Swamiji, I am Balan. I am from National Herald. I would like to take an interview with you. Can we have an interview with you now, please? Swami Shivanandaji looked at him and said, welcome to our ashram. Please rest in the guest house, and today evening we will have the interview, definitely. And Swamiji walked away. And then Balan went and said, me? Excuse me, Swamiji. I am a very busy man. I am I have master's degree, and I'm MA in literature, and I would like to have an interview now. Swamiji came to him and said, oh, very nice. You went to college? So you know how to read and write. Reading and writing makes you a literate, not educated. And then he just pointed to the board, because right after that, Balan was smoking. So, no smoking zone. Well, he went back to his room, and then he was watching what's happening in the other part of the ashram. Ashram was very busy. A lot of people coming and going, and there was lot of bustling activity. But there was lot of peace amongst all the activities that are going on. And he started watching Shivanandaji, because he was a doctor, and he was treating leprosy patients in his clinic, in his hospital. Leprosy at that time, very big thing in India, very infectious. But Swamiji was treating all these leprosy patients. He was watching the schedule of this Shivanandaji Maharaj. He wakes up so early in the morning at 4 a.m. and he teaches yoga, then he writes books, he writes articles, then he gives discourses, he goes to hospital, he treats patients, and then he meets with the people who come to do interview with him and then give them lectures, and he writes letters, and his day is no short, and he's so busy. Despite of all of that, because Balan was in the guest house, he would bring tea. आप ठीक है? आप थोड़ा सा टी पी लीजिए. आप सब कुछ ठीक है इधर? Do you need anything? We will have the interview. Don't worry. Don't worry. We'll have the interview. But be comfortable. And Balan's mind started looking at his brilliance, about his intelligence, and about this aura of divinity, and the peace that he exudes as he is walking. He is not like the other Swamijis that I've come across. He is very different. He stayed there. He did the interview, and before he left, Shivananda Swamiji, of course they are all Trikala Jnanis. The minute that he saw Balan, he knew his capacity. He knew his potential. He would start making fun of him. Hey Balan, God has given so much intelligence to you. Itna diya hai tere ko. Tu wapas kuch de de. God has given so much intelligence to you, Balan. Why don't you use it for him? Come on, be with us. You also become sannyasi and serve the poor, serve the Lord. And now Balan started coming back to Delhi. But his mind was always in Rishikesh. He started shuffling between Rishikesh and Delhi. He was slowly changing inside. He was slowly changing inside, and Swamiji's, Shivanand Maharaj's 60th birthday, he was called back to Rishikesh to edit the journal that they are all writing about the Swamiji. He came back and he edited. Now he did not want to go back to Delhi. But anyway, before returning to Delhi, he has a job. So before returning to Delhi, one day, Shivananji Maharaj said, "Hey Balan, I finished my discourse. Come on, you come and speak. You give speech." The great orator Balan, his tongue, not even a word he could speak. What is this, man? You are a postgraduate and you can't even speak anything about philosophy. Don't. Speak about your stay in ashram or how you got from Delhi to Rishikesh. You talk about that. He could not even speak a word. Then Swamiji gave, "Balan, I want you to talk tomorrow on Shreyas and Prayas. Be prepared, I'll call on you." Next day, he was called. He closed his eyes and he spoke for an hour on Shreyas and Prayas. Shreyas is something that is very pleasing to the senses. Prayas is something that is pleasing to the sense organs. Balan gave a great speech about this. He was surprised himself. And when he came back, he brought lots of books from Shivanandaji Maharaj. Now he started writing articles, a separate column about Shivanandaji's books. And about the contagious thing about Shivanandaji's articles and books is his confidence. His confidence and convincing strategies. He started writing. Meanwhile, remember his friend Shroff in Delhi who helped him? He became terminally ill. He became very, very sick and he died. His aged parents requested Balan to take his ashes in the pot and put it in the Ganga in Rishikesh. So again, Balan was going back to Rishikesh. He had traveled so many times with his friend Shroff in the same train to Rishikesh. Now, he's traveling with him, but his friend is in a pot. Balan is looking at what is life. This Shroff traveled with me laughing, and we were eating in the train and doing all kinds of things, traveling in the same train. And now this Balan, this Shroff, he's mere ashes and bones in this real pot. Came back to Rishikesh, to Shivanandaji Maharaj. He said, Maharaj, I need to know. I have lots of questions, Maharaj. I have lots of questions, and I need an answer. Questions and questions. There's a whole book about the conversation between Shivanandaji Maharaj and our Balan. These conversations and being in the vicinity of Shivanandaji Maharaj, this Balan, from atheist Balan, egoistic Balan, and slowly turned himself. Then he said, Swamiji, one last question. I was dying on the other day. I was almost dead and I was thrown on the street. But I survived. But this man was walking on the street, but today he is a dead man. Why, Swamiji, why? Shivanand Maharaj-ji looked at him and said, Balan, how many times you'll keep on asking me questions? When will you ask the question yourself? Quest, Balan, quest. Self-identity. Ask yourself, why, who, when, where. Ask yourself. Find the answer yourself. Do an inward journey, Balan. Quest. Quest, Balan. Quest. An inward journey. Balan left his job, stayed back in Rishikesh. Around that time, one of his cousins had taken sannyasa, Bhaskar Menon, in Shivanandaji's ashram. He was going for Char Dham Yatra. So he said, Balan, come along with me, let's go. They have to go by foot. So Char Dham Yatra. The yatra was very, very tough, very, very difficult. Took months together to do Char Dham Yatra. On their way, the journey was very difficult, but spiritually it was very uplifting. And he passed through Tapovanji Maharaj's ashram, who lived in Gangotri in a small hut. He went, and Bhaskar Menon came back, but Balan stayed in Himalayas, thinking, why, what, quest. When he sat near Mother Ganga, he looked at her and he said, she is born in Himalayas. How she runs down to the plains, brings nutrition, brings energy, brings everything to common, to everyone. By the time he came back to Rishikesh, he had decided, he knew his path. So he came and told Shivanandaji Maharaj, I want to take sannyas. I want to leave everything. In those days, you have to take permission from your family, from his father, to become a sannyasi. On Mahashivratri day, 1949 Mahashivratri day, the egoistic Balan, the atheist Balan, renounced everything, and he took the sannyasa diksham, and Shivananda Maharaj, he gave him a rebirth and named him as Chinmaya Saraswati. Chinmayananda means filled with the bliss of pure consciousness. He said, the spirit of Advaita is not to leave everything, but to be in tune with everything. I renounce everything. And the past Balan is gone. The new Chinmaya has been born. He studied the scriptures under Pujya Shivanandaji a lot, but still he felt he is incomplete. His knowledge is not enough. So he went to Shivanandaji Maharaj and he expressed, hey, I don't understand yet what Brahman is. So at that time, Shivanandaji Maharaj told him, go to my Guru, Tapovanji Maharaj in Gangotri. And he is great. He is the authority on scriptures. He is the authority on Jnana Yoga, Jnana Yajnas. Go to him. So immediately Balan left on foot to go to Himalayas to reach Tapovan Maharaj's ashram. He reached, it was a very small hut on top of Gangotri, and he went there, he did pranamas. Pranamas, Maharaj, I am Chinmayananda. Shivanandaji Maharaj has sent me, and I would like to study under you. Who? Chinmaya? Did you bring a reference letter? A recommendation letter from Shivanandaji Maharaj? Where is the letter? Huh? No letter. Without letter, you are not admitted. Go. Go back and bring the letter. All the way from Rishikesh, he has gone to Gangotri. Now, he said, go. He came all the way back to Shivanandaji Maharaj. And he obtained a letter. Shivanandaji Maharaj, oh, letter? Here. Swamiji, you knew if he was going to ask the letter, why didn't you give me earlier itself? See, all the way I went there, now all the way I had to come, now all the way I have to go. Patience, Balan. Patience. Guru will not accept the Shishya as it is. The one who submits to discipline is a disciple, Balan. He's testing you. Go back if you want. If you want jnana, go back. He took the letter. He went back. All right. From tomorrow we are starting the class. But I have certain conditions, okay? No notes taking. You have to be very, very alert in the class. Whenever I ask questions, you have to answer. If you don't answer, you're departed. You quit. You're gone. Okay? Understand? Only then you have to stay. Full attention. He doesn't give accommodation. He himself is staying in a very small hut. Go. Unknown place, Himalayas, Gangotri, and some other Swamiji took karuna on him, and instead they gave him one small hut. Swamiji is Chinmayaji is very tall, and it was only 5 feet height, only 4 feet width. So he had to bend all the way down to go inside to sleep in that small hut. Even in our temples in India, if you want to go, the temple is very, very big, but when you enter the temple, the dwaram is very small. You have to bend your head and go. Swamiji later on teaches to all of us humility. Doesn't matter who you are in your life, a doctor, engineer, businessman, whatever. Once you come to the center, to the Garbhagudi of Lord, all fuse gone bulbs. All are same. He started reading. Shivananda, Tapovan Maharaj was very, very, very loving, but very strict teacher. Very strict. And he would teach with such a strict notion. Sometimes lovingly, sometimes really very hard on the students. He had to do Gurukula, he had to do every cleaning of all the huts of all the Swamijis, studying there, and early in the morning, 4 o'clock, they have to go down 200 feet down. They have to take bath early morning, 4 o'clock in the cold, freezing water, and they have to come up, and then he has to make a tea, hot tea for Shivananji Maharaj, and then wake him up. That was his duty. And then after the scripture studies are over, he is the one who has to, somebody will go and get the bhiksha. Whatever bhiksha that they get, he has to make rotis. And Shivanji, Tapovan Maharaj always used to make, nobody will run away and quit my school because of the great rotis. Look, Australia, India, and all kinds of things that this Chinmaya makes, roti. And my teeth has to be really hard. That's the kind of rotis this Chinmaya makes. He always made fun of Chinmaya's food. They ate only one time. They had to sleep only few hours, and then they have to be alert rest of the time. Once it so happened, he was in a very good mood, and he took Chinmaya, what are you looking at? Look there. It's a beautiful, snow-covered mountain in Himalayas. He says, Vijay, that is Guruji, that is so beautiful. That is so beautiful. He said, yeah, learn to have, not to possess. That's all he said. Learn to have, not to possess. Enjoy it. Stop it at that level. He studied and studied and studied. The time passed by. And now, Swami Chinmaya went everywhere meeting other Swamijis, discussing about the scriptures. He finished studying, everything, Puranas, Bhagavad Gita, Upanishads, Brahma Sutras, Viveka Chudamani, everything. And he felt, Tapan Maharaji, I feel I must go down to the plains and I must take this great knowledge, what you have taught me, to the commoners and teach them how great our scriptures are. Tapan Maharaji said, before that, I know you have traveled in a train, like when you were Balan. Now as a Chinmaya, I want you to go in the train and tour India. And then you come back and tell me if those people in the plains down there, are they ready to receive our scriptures? Are they ready to receive the knowledge? No, Chinmaya, no. People are not ready to receive the knowledge. Go see for yourself. So he traveled in train all over in 1951. And then he came back. When he came back, he had to face a lot of humility, hardship. How he thought about the Swamijis when he was Balan, that these are all liars, these are all dongi, these are all cheaters. Now, people are thinking about him. He is wearing the saffron cloth. And he is walking around. He is the one who is doing the bhiksha now. And people did not want to give bhiksha. People made fun of him, mockery, hardship, avamanam. He faced everything when he toured. But when he came back, he told Tapan Maharaji, I'm more than convinced that I must take the scriptures. I must take the knowledge. Just like Ganga goes down to the commoner and gives the nutrition, gives everything, purifies them. I want to go to my fellow beings, fellow members of the society and tell them India is holy land. Our Sanatana Dharma has everything. People are looking down on Sanatana Dharma, and I will go teach them and make them proud of their Sanatana Dharma. I must make my Hindu fellows informed Hindu. I must convert my Hindu fellows back to Hinduism. I want this. I He put one more set of saffron cloth inside his trunk and a couple of notes, books, his journals, and 25 paisa in his hand. He landed in Pune. In Shivanandaji Maharaj's ashram, he had met one Mrs. Sushila Mudaliya. She was living in Pune. So he went, he met her, and he said, I have come here and I want to talk about Vedanta and scriptures. She said, Swamiji, adella anga, udhar theek hai. Gangotri mein ya Rishikesh mein wo sab theek hai. Pune mein nahi chalega bhaiya. Pune mein nahi chalega. Nobody will come. Nobody will come. Nobody is interested. Chinmaya ji said, I have come here to teach not only the interested, but more often the one who is not interested. Swamiji, I am telling you, it is impossible. What is the spelling? I am possible. I am possible. He said, I am possible. When she said impossible. And they went to the Ganesha temple and there were only 7 people. Before, he's very good in writing flyers. So he wrote flyers about himself. A Hindu Swami with a megaphone on the cycle. He was distributing pamphlets and he was announcing, in the Ganesha temple today, a Hindu Swami is speaking in a Hindu temple. And the topic is how to be a Hindu. He started talking, and initially there were only 7 people sitting in front of him. And it went on, the Jnana Yajna, for 100 days. Continuous relay of Nama Sankirtanam, bhajans, taking the name of the Lord was going on and on without stop. And when nobody is there, only Chinmaya ji used to sit and do all the bhajans himself. Because in the early in the morning, between 2 and 4, nobody is there. He did it. The news spread about his punctuality, about his clarity, about his knowledge, about the way he communicates with the people. The 7 people became 2,000 by the end of the Jnana Yajna. And one lady came and said, Swamiji, I missed coming. Can you give me the gist of Vedanta? I missed 100 days. By the time I heard, I missed everything, Swamiji. At least something to tell me about summary. He was just getting inside the car to come to Madras. He looked at her and he said, what did he say? Any idea?
Attached to the higher. Narayana.
Attach, detach. Attach, detach. Detach from this world, attach to him. Vedanta is done. You start the Vedanta with what? And end with so what? The news spread. Both the gurus there, they blessed him, and then he came to Madras. When he came to Madras, there were no hall available and to do his discourses. Then finally they came and said, there is only one hall they are ready to give you. That is a haunted house. Oh, ghost vera varala. Vartume. I know how to deal with ghosts. I'll make friends. Don't worry. Everyone come. Because those days, the studying the scriptures and Vedas and Upanishads were only done by the priests. So everything was working against him. They said, how can you bring Vedas, the sacred Vedas, to the streets? To the people who are not even ready. And that too you are bringing it to the commoners who have no knowledge. And that too you are teaching in English. which is a foreigner's language. Apacharam, apacharam, you cannot do that. But he took the topic of Bhagavad Gita and he started, his core thing was on Bhagavad Gita. How to relate it to the common daily living. That each and every line he explained how to use it in a daily life. People mesmerized and they came back and they said, Swamiji, we are all getting together every day, Swamiji. Enga aathla nama paatra unga patti da peche. Ella nim baggene maatarta iddivi Swamiji. We talk about you. आपके बारे में बात करते हैं और मेरे बारे नहीं भगवत गीता में बात करो भगवत गीता में. So they started talking about the scriptures. Study groups were formed, and these people, they came back and said, Swamiji, from everywhere, Anga relative, Inga relative, those relative, everyone heard about this, Swamiji. They all started talking, group of Ramayana, group of Bhagavatam, group of this. We have all started. So Swamiji, we need to make it like a very structured thing. So let's make an organization. He said, I'm a sannyasi. I belong to Himalayas. I didn't come here to get institutionalized. They said, no Swamiji, we'll keep the name as Chinmaya Mission. Chinmaya Mission. He said, no. They said, Swamiji, it's not your name, Swamiji. Chinmaya means knowledge seekers. We are all seekers of knowledge. So we'll keep the organization as Seekers of Knowledge Association. Chinmaya Mission. Then he started seeing, he started addressing the children. He told them, you tell them stories of Mahabharata, Ramayana. And like this, then he talked about for teenagers. He started a separate, and he talked to the children at their own level. At their own level. And he said, youth are not useless, but they're useless. So he started Yuva Kendras and started teaching Bhagavad Gita, how to be a man. And he told the parents, children are lamps to be lit, not the vessels to be filled. Then he started Chinmaya Vidyalayas and to Sandipini Vidyalaya. That came into existence. He gave call for all national activities must be around the spiritual idea, because then only the society can come forward. In 1955, the Jnana Yajna he attended was inaugurated by the then President Rajendra Prasad. Then he started traveling abroad, teaching Vedanta and all the Chinmaya mission centers with the great pledge saying, we stand as a family bound to each other with love. Good motto, good pledge. 1964 came, and in India was the beginning of origination of Vishwa Hindu Parishad at Sandipini Vidyalaya. 1975, he traveled many countries, global tour, USA, Switzerland, West Indies, Thailand, South Africa, Mauritius, Malaysia. People from all faith, they came to listen to him. He also came and addressed UN, MIT, Harvard, Princeton. He worked 18 hours a day. He traveled during the day and night he sat and wrote letters. He was writing 18 handwritten letters every day to children, to people to answer the questions. He said, if I rest, I will rust. So, his health was failing. 1970, his health was failing. But still in 1975, he started Chinmaya West in California. In 1978, he built an ashram in California, and Gurudev called it as Eel Ganga because it is near the Eel River. They're training of teachers of Vedanta, like a headquarters and retreats and camps. And he built his Siddhvari ashram with the big, huge Hanuman statue over there. And there was increase in devotees, increase in Chinmaya centers, everything. And in 1980, he had another heart attack. Doctors told him to slow down, but he would not stop. In 1989, he built Chinmaya Foundation in Ernakulam. In 1992, again he visited all the Ivy League universities. 1993, July 9th, he came to New Jersey, Vrindavan, and it was 1993. And he said, he addressed the board meeting, and he said, Tejomayananda, get up. Come and sit next to me. Then he addressed the board. From now on you will know who is going to do after me, take care of the mission, administration capabilities and everything. My Tejomayananda. Tejomayananda Swamiji, such a great scholar, devotee, and a disciple of Chinmayanandaji. Immediately he sat down under his feet. Gurudev, I am not in your shoes. I am at your feet, just like Hanuman is for Ram. Ram and Hanuman.
Veena
Now, Gurudev worked for 42 years, worked person by person, soul by soul. And 1993, he came to Washington, D.C. From New Jersey, he went to Washington, D.C. July 26th, he had another heart attack. He was put on breathing machine, underwent another bypass surgery, August 3rd, evening 5:45 p.m. He stopped breathing in San Diego. Dhiranand Swamiji expressed, we did not feel. Gurudev has left us. He was sitting, looked like he was sitting for Pada Puja. He was with all of us. But he lay there still. Our hearts were crying. Daya karo Gurudeva. Kripa karo Gurudeva. Was brought and kept in Chinmaya mission at Lodi Road Center for people to take darshan. August 8th, He was brought to Siddhabhari Ashram. He was sitting in a lotus position in the Kamala hall. Still, he looked very bright, very uplifting. His wish was supposed to be that he should be laid down in his rose garden. He should be facing the great Himalayas. His body was lowered slowly. After bathing in Ganga water, milk, honey, ghee, camphor, sandalwood, curds, all the abhishekam was done. Then he was poured with lots of salt. His body was lowered. Everyone could hear his voice telling, "Further I go, nearest I shall be to each one of you." Hari Om. On behalf of our Harikatha team, we would like we are very grateful to Swami Shantanandaji of Vrindavan for giving us this great opportunity to go to different Chinmaya centers to offer this seva, and particularly here to Shashi Dwarkanath ji, who gave us permission to come here to present this katha, and to all the team members, starting from Lakshmi, Pavlin, and all team members who worked with us really, really hard, because last week it was in Long Island, New York, Chinmaya Mission Center. And prior to that, again, it was in New Jersey. And from here, kindly, Atlanta Center has come forward to have our seva. We hope, we want, we wish I know Swamiji said no desires, but it is a desire that we will be able to reach and tell the story of this great man, not only to Chinmaya devotees, but to a house full of non-Chinmaya devotees, and to bring out his greatness, to bring out his contribution to Sanatana Dharma, to Hinduism, to mankind in general. Because he always said, Bhagavad Gita is not just for Hindus. Reading Bhagavad Gita, it's a way of life. It makes a Hindu a better Hindu, a Muslim a better Muslim, a Christian a better Christian. So his contribution he was looking for to uplift the humanity totally. He wanted to embrace everyone. We desire that we get an opportunity to go and talk, present this seva. Thank you all audience once again.
Hari Om, what can I say? I still don't want to come out of that mood, that emotion that they said. The emotions varied from, I was just looking at the way Srimati Vani Shri Ji sang when baby Balan was born and the mother was taking care. From that gentle emotion of taking care of the baby to the fierce act and the music of Balan recognizing it's Chandrasekhar, right? From that emotion back to the fears of Ramana Maharshi Ji looking at Gurudev and recognizing that he is the man, he's got more to give. Finally, tears rolling down my eyes when you sang about Gurudev. I never thought that emotion could be evoked so easily. I have never seen Gurudev myself. I have learned it through Shashiji. I have learned it through this organization. But I never knew that emotion of Gurudev lying still could be evoked in me. You have done a wonderful job. We've all heard stories, we have seen the movie Twist, but hearing from you, from this group, has been very special. It was so engaging, and I'm telling you, none of this is scripted, none of this is prepared. This is just me talking to you, saying how I felt, and I'm sure the audience eyes were moistened through this. I could feel it, I didn't want to come out of it. I feel so blessed. I feel so blessed. I'm just blessed to have the mic in my hand to express it, and I'm sure I'm speaking on behalf of all of you. I feel so blessed. I feel blessed, and I thank Shashiji and Ajita and Lakshmi and Padmini, who couldn't be here because her son is graduating today. But I'm so thankful for all of them to have brought this program together. I cannot thank you all enough. I was not supposed to do the thank you speech, but I couldn't. I couldn't resist coming here and talking. Now I invite Ajita to come and speak a few words. While Ajita is just coming up, I would like to introduce our kids from Chinmaya Mission who are here and who have participated, put in the effort and participated. We have Sri Lakshmi and Nikarumile. Can you please stand up? All of you stand up at the back so that the audience can see you. She's a 10th grader in North Andover High School and has been learning music since she was 6. She has also been learning Carnatic classical violin for 4 years now. Srinath Anand Kumar is a 9th grader at Andover High School and has been learning Carnatic music for over 40 years. He also played violin for 6 years in the High Plain and Wood Hill orchestras. He's been singing in school performance since middle school. We have Rakshita Rajesh. She's an 8th grade student at North Andover High School. She has been part of the school choir for 3 years has been learning Carnatic vocal music since the age of 5 and Carnatic violin as well. In addition, she has also been learning harmonium for the past 3 years. Rakshita has been performing at temples and at school concerts for over 4 years. Then we have Nishad, who is also an 8th grader at Andover High School, Andover Middle School. He has been learning Carnatic music and Western violin for 5 years and piano for the last 2 years. Nishad also plays first violin in his school's orchestra. Great job, sir.
Mesmerizing 2 hours. And what more could we say? Chitra already said everything that I, wanted to. So beautifully. It's a mixture of storytelling, the eloquence, bringing together different languages, accents, devotional music, patriotism, and of course the sattvic values of Puja Gurudev with humor. How could somebody, this is my first time when I said, I heard about Harikatha, I went in online and I looked at what is Harikatha. Then a few days back I read about what is Harikatha, how it originated and how it was taken to different states. But being here was just very different and unexpected and, got goosebumps, tears, emotion. I knew all those lines while reading the book, but sitting there was just something, extraordinary. Listening to this and, in my mind, each and every of those events just went through that childhood to, his samadhi. It's our grace that we are his devotees and his students, but definitely Saubhagya hamara hai to be here today and listen to this. Thank you for coming here. It was just exceptional. And please give them a very big hand because we're also going to our Metro West Center to present again this afternoon. Yesterday they came from New Jersey, and immediately they were here doing this, rehearsal yesterday. So they are, I'm very sure, tired, but not one moment did you feel that this team was tired. Not one moment did you feel that it was underdone or, they were not prepared. It just, I don't know if I've done enough justice to express our feelings, but all I can say is Dhanyavad. Thank you, and may Gurudev give you enough opportunities to, spread his word, spread his life, spread what he wanted to do in this beautiful manner. Thank you. With this, Chinmaya Mission, or Shashi said, Chinmaya Maruti, the way Gurudev named us, would like to give, some gifts and some thanks to all of you. Thank you very much.
Can I request Varkaji to come up and yes. And while he's coming up, I would like to thank Mamta and Karthik for hosting them at home. I don't know if Mamta is here.
Guru ji.
And Srimati Vani. And this is for our team. Rakshita and Sri Lakshmi. And Nishad and Sri Hari. And we cannot wrap up this day without saying Happy Mother's Day to each one of you. Celebrate motherhood. It's a Happy Mother's Day to all of you. Thank you again for being here and participating and witnessing this beautiful event.